BBC aren't really doing well with anybody right now. BBC don't like Jews, but just beneath Jews, Doctor Who fans, right? Doctor Who. And that's how bad it's got. The BBC are treating Doctor Who fans nearly as badly as they treat Jews. Oh, my God. I mean, guys, welcome to the club, right? Welcome to the club. Doctor Who fans slam ridiculous BBC unacceptable major change announced. Again, what's unacceptable about it is it should debut on BBC One at first. And I don't think it should hit iPlayer, quite frankly, until after it's been on there, right? I think it could debut at the same time on BBC and on Disney Plus around the world. But for it to get it before the BBC, it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Doctor Who fans have been left raging. Well, I think that's actually fair, right? I do think that's fair. After BBC announced that 2 episodes of this cult sci-fi show will air midnight to coincide with the respectful time in the US. So are they getting 2 episodes as well on Disney Plus? Oh God! I mean, Doctor Who magazine comes out next week, or does it? Oh God! Hey, let's see when the next one comes out. Doctor Who magazine is all the journalistic integrity of Hello magazine. Now, it is just shit. I mean, it's really worse than it was under the Jodie era. Jodie era, it was sanctimonious and hated you if you weren't a massive political bigot, right? Now it's just like empty pap. Oh, I can't wait to see that Millie Gibson interview. That's just bizarre, right? That's just, when's this coming out? 28th. So it's today's Sunday the 17th. Oh yeah, so next week. It'll be out next week. Man, I wish I ditched Doctor Who magazine and got the Chronicles, right? Those Chronicles things look excellent. To find fans curious after the show pushed back the schedule to air the first 2 episodes of the sci-fi show to midnight so it can air the same episodes at the US at a decent time. So they don't know either, apparently. It's just fucking chaos. I'm sorry. Right? I mean, you announce when it's coming out and it's like still unclear. The change means Doctor Who fans won't be sitting down on a Saturday evening to watch their beloved show, with the episode instead landing on iPlayer at midnight in order to keep the new Disney partner over in America happy. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to teach you a Jewish word. It's a shunda. It's a disgrace. It's absolute disgrace. And look, they try and keep putting Millie Gibson in some kind of Burke-like attire, but they can't stop her looking hot. I mean, that's just the bottom line. And so now, diehard fans have expressed their disgust at the schedule time, as it's going against tradition to please the American audience. On May 11th, taking to Twitter, formerly known as turning to X, formerly known as Twitter, one person viewed, "I don't care if it's down to the time zone. Doctor Who is airing at midnight in the UK, so it can air at a respectful time for the Yanks. Is when I start flag bashing." Burn down the White House immediately. Well, that seems a little extreme. But listen, it could be worse, mate. Right? It could be worse. They could be sending you food packages as well, those damned Americans. I mean, like, we've seen how people didn't like them today. Meanwhile, another viewer said, might move to America so I can watch Doctor Who at tea time again. A third pen, can Americans take a step back from piss-taking for 1 minute and realize Doctor Who has been an event television for the UK for over 60 years. It's ingrained in our culture. It's made in Britain. Actually, I was talking with Dr. Alex today. So Dr. Alex's stuff is season 14, of which my episode apparently is going to air head-to-head with the first episode of season 1, right? My episode is The Hunt for the Worshipful. Was it the Worshipful Lord Gallifrey? Something like that. I wrote it. I should remember. But we were talking about, why is it important to have British writing, right? It's predominantly a British writing staff on Doctor Who. Now, don't be wrong. I'm all for American voice. I would love to see J. Michael Straczynski as showrunner, right? I would certainly like to see him over Russell T. Davies, quite frankly, right? I think he's great, right? But the thing is this, he was talking about the stuff he was writing, and when he put cultural expressions in, right? We do it organically without thinking. Like when we put in Shakespearean quotes, it's like, all's well, all's well that ends well, right? It's just that it's part of our culture, right? If you're American, it's not really part of your culture, right? It's like me trying to organically insert. Can I organically insert, darling? It's like Oscar, not Oscar Wilde, Mark Twain, or Edgar Allan Poe, right? It's not something I grew up. I mean, I grew up with it, but not like ingrained in my culture. Meanwhile, another viewer said, Britain, I thought that I speak for everyone in the UK when I say we want to watch it at 7 p.m. on the 10th of May on BBC One. Appealing to you, actually, you want to watch it on 11th. Appealing to your minuscule American audience is not it. I agree with you completely, right? Well, I feel pointing out, time travel is actually required because I'm unable to watch it at midnight. As 6% said, it's like global accessibility, but the show shouldn't air at 7 p.m. UK time, and the rest of the countries follow that instead. I think that makes a lot of sense, right? I think that makes a lot of sense. Feels like prioritizing the show for American and not Europe, and I'm not a fan of that. You shouldn't be, right? Can I just remind you my thumbnail? Because I think it's so incredibly accurate, right? I think it's so incredibly right. What is it? Big question about the new era of Doctor Who is how they gonna fuck up next. I mean, and you can't say, oh, they're gonna do more gay shit. No, they fuck up in every way, shape, and form. It's incredible, right? It's incredible. Where we are, doink. Is this it? At the right window? Yes, right window. Simultaneous release all over the world is a great idea, but releasing the episodes in the middle of the night in Europe and primetime US is nonsense. Why didn't you stay with the common primetime Europe, midday America, so we can all enjoy it together like the specials? A few percent. Okay, absolutely correct. The BBC actually say anything? Earlier this week, the broadcaster braced itself for a barrage abuse when it announced a major change. Oh, no, it didn't. It said, oh, how marvelous. We got such a big announcement coming on Friday. Friday, where they can run and fucking hide. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just, it's when you want to bury a story, you put it out on Friday afternoon. And it's actually quite a successful ploy, because but by the time we get to Wednesday this week, it's going to be just a thing at that point. With that kind of serious audience, so you see Doctor and Ruby, played by Millie Gibson, travel through space and time on adventures to unknown lands in the Regency era in England to outer space, the world in the 60s. Now, here's the thing. I still think the building blocks they have for this season, right, or for the stories, it sounds like it could be good, but I don't know. I don't know how I'm still a fucking optimist at this point, right? It's beyond me, right? It's absolutely beyond me how I remained optimistic, because nothing about this is good, right? Nothing about this is good. That last my greatest delight to release a whole new season. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Showrunner said, at last, it's my great delight to release a whole new season of the Doctor and Ruby's adventures together. Monsters, chasers, villains, and a terrifying secret that's been spanning space and time for decades. Oh, we're going to talk about that. Don't miss a second. Along with the teaser trailer, which I'll play that quickly. And for me, the teaser trailer looked quite exciting. But again, I'm easily impressed. Oh, here it is. Doink.
Ready for this?
Oh, come on.
Give me a number, give me a year. It's gonna be a moment.
Here it comes.
Yeah, I just think Millie Gibson probably acted him off the screen, right? I think she probably majorly overshined him. May 11th, unless you're in America. Now, I do quite like this, the wink to camera. And I like this as well. I think the design of this is very good, right? Very modern, very hip. Yeah. But, yeah, no, I do like that. just from a design standpoint, I think it's strong. We're using such a bit. We've got such a big announcement. We're using AI troll accounts. I know, says PD Rich. Not how they're going to F up. It's not how will they F up the first and many times in one show. Well, again, that's what you have to come to my channel to find out, right? How they screw up the gay stuff is so bad that even gay people, that not even gay people, like exactly. Oh, that's the thing. It's not for gay people; it's for queer people, right? And I think that's quite a good description. Now, having said that, I think the idea of having a season with new monsters exclusive probably a good idea, but who knows, right? Don't miss a second. Along with the teaser trailer, social media accounts, and no time travel required. Where will you be watching BBC iPlayer on the 11th and the 10th May? We're available on Disney Plus. It's such a bad idea, right? It's such a bad idea. It staggers your mind, right? It staggers the imagination how bad an idea it is. Now, here's something interesting, though. And again, it's weird commenting on this because it's not really working out, right? Like, I'm not really that excited for this new era, right? But here we have Susan Twister play Huge Foe. So this looks like the big bad for the era, and you see it ties back to the what's it called again? The Mavity thing. What's the bloody name? The name I have going through my head is Charles Dance. It's not Charles Dance. He did not discover gravity. Isaac Newton discovered gravity, and apparently a gay brown Isaac Newton did it now. So fine. According to an article in The Sun, Susan Twister has already appeared briefly as two different characters in Doctor Who specials. Will play a major antagonist in the Shooty Gatwa's Doctor Who 2024 series of Doctor Who. So, okay, so I saw her very clearly, with the housekeeper for I think you don't. Who's the second one? Just appeared in the first special of Wild Blue Yonder as Mrs. Meridew. So I think Newton's housekeeper. Meridew encourages Newton to find inspiration and a fine Lancashire summer day in 1666. It also happens to be the day the TARDIS haphazardly lands on an apple tree above him, apparently mishearing something. Donna says Newton's laws of universal gravitation is now the laws of mavitation. It's such a again. That is so indicative of this new era. Like, it's just shit. Oh, Mavity. And they keep referring back to Mavity, right? They won't let it go. And don't get me wrong, I like the glove thing he had in Church on Ruby Road. Just like the Mavity. It's like, hey, let me call back to the second shittest thing about the anniversary specials. Oh, no. The third, well, I don't know. Second shittest thing, the third shittest thing, I don't know. It's up there, right? Let me call back to one of the shit things I just did. I mean, it only be worse if he bumped into Davros doing a jig again. Fuck me, that was awful. Oh God, just everything he's done has been an absolute failure. I'm sorry. Probably, I would say, Church on Ruby Road owes a lot of its success to Millie Gibson, which is probably why she was canned, right? That's what I think. So they're apparently misidentified. Second time, we see, the Christmas special, Church on Ruby. Now it's 2023, and Twist's new appears at a club as a woman who looks like a hippie with a bohemian hairstyle. The woman heckles Ruby Sundays, Millie Gibson's band, and strangely asks for a 16th century Christmas carol, Gaudette. Really? And again, that's the one bit that really pulled me out of that Church on Ruby Road, having the I assume it's a trans woman. It seemed like a bloke dressed up as a woman in a band. I was like, fuck me. Like, everything is about saying, yay, not being straight is good. You should try not being straight. Be queer. Oh, everybody loves being queer. Being queer is so happy. Well, I hate to tell you this, most people find real happiness with family, marriage, family, and children, right? Just the reality, right? It's just the reality. Triad is referenced by Mel. Was it so? Triad is referenced by Mel Bush in the 6th anniversary of the Giggle as she attempts to use dynamic software to align telescopes, satellites, and deep space scans into mesh reflectors to focus on a single threat. We've seen the Doctor's new companion. What the hell is Triad all about? Why bring it up? I don't know. We've seen the Doctor's new companion, Ruby Sunday, disembark from double-decker bus with a Triad technology advertisement. Oh, that's interesting. The advertisement isn't visible in the special, but it was spotted at a location filming captured for crews of Doctor Who Unleashed. The Sun first mentioned Susan Triad, a prop manager. Sun isn't the first mention of Susan Triad. Who's Susan Triad? A prop manager for a prop magazine cover for Union Jack icon spotted framed in Doctor Who showrunner's office in a Blue Peter clip from December contains the image of Susan Twist as Susan Triad. Okay, so she seems to be the big bad, right? Bloody hell. I'm amazed somebody went to the trouble to find that. Wow. I am amazed. Someone else pointed out to me this direction of this. It was implied that we see Mrs. Merridew again in the form of Susan Triad. Russell Lee Davis had a Union Jack icon magazine mock-up cover featuring her in the office. Okay, fine. That's interesting. If any of this was interesting. That's interesting if this wasn't shit. Susan character is going to appear through space and time following the Doctor through new adventures, but she won't be a friendly face. She's going to be a huge foe for the Time Lord. Maybe she's a terrible Zodin for the Time Lord and Ruby to face off against. And the reveal will be explosive. Well, will be that explosive. We know about it now. Susan's been working on location filming for episode 4. She's keen. She's seen with a shock of white hair and a strange black face markings, mumbling strangely to herself. Her character is seen as the 2024 series trailer approaching the TARDIS on a cliff top from a distance. So it's all said she will appear again and again in the upcoming 8-part series. It's striking the actress named Susan Twist will play a character Susan Triad. Considering that Susan is named for the Doctor's granddaughter and first companion. This is quite a Susan twist indeed. Okay. When Millie Gibson asked in Doctor Who Magazine 600 if she would give away hints about what to look forward to 24, she could have said, "There's a twist. There's always a twist." Okay, so it must be Susan. See, she's smart as well. I'm so fucked off. They fired her. Right. The 24th Doctor Who series will premiere simultaneously worldwide on BBC iPlayer in the UK, and Disney Plus were available at midnight in British time at 11 of May 2024 with the first and second episode of the series. The second episode entitled The Devil's Cord. The 2 episodes will also be broadcast back-to-back before Eurovision on May 11th on BBC One. Okay, so they are putting those 2 out. Man, so I got to watch both those before come on. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll come on like after it's finished, essentially. I don't know. I mean, look, at least I'll be able to watch it as soon as Sabbath ends, right? Which is helpful for me. But here's it. I can't believe I'm still remaining optimistic because everything they do really sounds like it's going to be shit, right? Really sounds like it's going to be shit. But listen, if you're craving great entertainment, we have you covered, right? We have you covered. I like to bring you fantastic crowdsourcing entertainment. Well, I haven't got that for you here, right? Doctor Who showrunner Chris Chibnall auctioned the rights to his first novel. No, okay. How do you like sound your complete disinterest? Christian sold his new novel at auction, Death at the White Hart, which revolves around Web of Secrets and Lies. Okay, he actually sold it. Okay. Penguin Michael Joseph wins the auction with the non-North American rights to the. I can't believe it. Like, how much did it go for? Fuck me. Like, whoever it went for has more money in the sense, that's for sure. Look, he couldn't write fucking TV. Why do you think he can write a book? Chris Chibnall, writer and former showrunner for Doctor Who, when Jodie Whittaker played the Doctor here, as well as Law and Order UK, Life on Mars, Torchwood, and the creator of the TV series Broadchurch, and a comic strip writer. Really? Don't think he wrote many comics. He has sold a new novel at auction, Death at the White Hart. Apparently revolves around secret and lies in a small community after a local pub landlord. It's so good. I'm yawning at this, just looking at it. Man, it's boring. The auction was held between 6 bidding publishing houses and was one of Joel Richardson's publishers at Penguin Michael Joseph. The deal saw him win the non-North American world rights for 2 books from Chris Chibnall's agent, Eugene Furness. That agent must be the most incredible salesman ever, right? The first book, Death at White Hart, will be published in January 2025, while Pam Dorman, Senior Vice President of the publisher of Pamela Dorman Books, has already preempted the American North American rights. Novel was set in a picturesque village in Dorset. Well, man, that's stretching it for him, isn't it? That's where he lives. Well, a landlord's body is discovered. Detective Nicola Bridge investigation puts the spotlight on a vividly drawn community as she unpicks a web of secrets and lies to finally unmask a killer. Now, wouldn't it be weird if he actually wrote a good novel, right? Or like this becomes his thing, right? Because I tell you, Doctor Who was shit. In a statement, Christian was said, having always harbored a desire to write a novel, when you harbor a desire to run Doctor Who and you fuck that up. I've been working on Death and White Hart for a couple of years now. It's exciting, nerve-wracking to reveal real existence. The book is set in a landscape we all know and love, a genre I adore. So basically, it's the same, more Broadchurch, apparently, which is just like a mystery set in his local town. Okay. This next bit, I don't think I might just cause my brain to implode. Joel Richardson added, it's no exaggeration to say Christian was one of Britain's most accomplished and celebrated storytellers. No. It is an exaggeration, right? It's a huge exaggeration. He's very accomplished for having absolutely no talent, right? I mean, very, very accomplished for being a complete talentless fuck. That's quite impressive, right? That is quite impressive, right? A complete talentless fuck has still managed to sell stories somehow, right? Just completely managed to sell stories. Fine, somehow, right? Oh, close, doink. And it's sheer delight to see how smoothly his talent has shifted from into novel writing. Well, again, it's pretty easy to shift into anything when you have no talent. Death of White Hart is both gripping mystery and a searingly clever portrait of a small community. Okay, everything they're saying there is a lie, right? Everything they're saying is a lie. Oh, my God. Man, oh, man. Doctor Who, the Dr. Donna was always the right endgame. No, really, it wasn't. I'm sorry. It was a very disappointing endgame, right? One of the many mistakes of Russell T Davies, right, was to bring back David Tennant and Catherine Tate and destroy the good work they did and leave the Doctor in a very non-Doctor Who space. And by generation, I don't fucking I don't understand at all. The reason the Doctor's friendship with Donna Noble Cassidy is the most memorable on TV. Yes, Rose Tyler has fans since she was... but listen, Billie Piper looks unrecognizable from Rose at this point. Has fans since she was the first modern companion on the TV. No, they have fans because she was very good. Right, and kids could identify with because she was pretty much a kid meeting the Doctor for the first time. She was same age as Millie, roughly, or portrayed her as being the same age as Millie. Every companion's arc in the current series is one of someone who discovers the vastness of life in the universe after meeting the Doctor and how it changes them for the better. Donna's arc has been the fullest. Well, yeah, because she said she'll come back and she's super famous, right? And they thought it'll bring in viewers. Again, I don't understand how they're not putting all this together, right? It seems relatively easy to me. Unlike Rose or Martha, Freema Agyeman, Donna was not in love with the Doctor. She was a woman in her 30s, late 40s now. Wait, how many ago? Coming up to 50s. Not at the beginning of her life as an adult trying to find a way in the world. The Doctor's companions tended to be lonely authors like him, being Ace, Mel, or Rose. He felt superior to Martha and took her for granted. No. He felt superior in that he was a superior being, but no, not at all. Right? He really liked Martha, right? And he didn't take her for granted. I mean, look at Gridlock, right? When she was kidnapped. In fact, let me just play that one bit. Does this look like somebody taking anybody for granted to you? I love Gridlock. Gridlock's my all-time favorite, right? I really love it. Where is it? We go. Doink. Doctor Who, the TARDIS, 10th Doctor, right? Gridlock be series 3, wouldn't it? Yes. Fine. Look, there's a scene where she's kidnapped. Right, and he was just enjoying showing off, right? Which is fine. I love that little bit of humanity that he gave her, that they gave the Doctor. Man, she is stunning, Freema Agyeman. Where was it? Where'd she go? Just stunning. Absolutely beautiful woman. So wait. When she, here. But I love the Doctor's reaction, right? Yeah. This is a really genuine reaction of complete care.
Their heads on chemicals.
Sorry, I'm really sorry, but just need three. That's not I mean, what are you doing? That's how What's wrong, Roy? I can help. We can help, but first you've got to let her go. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a bit down on Tennant now, but that is pure Doctor Who, right? Really work. I love Gridlock. Gridlock is just again the difference between then and now. Everything they did worked, right? Everything they did doing now is there's a massive failure. So yeah, take Martha for granted. Fuck you. And yeah, she was unrequited love, but it was kind of a stroppy idea. But whatever. And she had a family for support when she had enough. She left him, and then she married Mickey. Donna was one. Today she wouldn't marry Mickey. Today she would marry a black woman, right? They'll find another black woman. She would marry Liz 10, right? That's who she would go for marrying now if it was done today. Liz 10 from Beast Below. Donna was one companion where the Doctor was definitely not quite her type. She had family with a dysfunctional history. Her mother, Sylvie Dackling, belittled her, but her grandfather, Wilf, and father, Jeff Howard Atwood, doted on her. I think belittled, but yeah, listen, I found her family set up to be very credible, very, very relatable. And she was a bit of a mean girl and a bully to other girls, especially to her friend Nerith. No, she wasn't. She would stand her own against Nerith, right? But she wasn't a bully to her, right? Well, the later running joke of the series, Doctor, this person has no conception of what of the David Tennant is. It's really bizarre. Donna started out as a bridezilla who wasn't even bothered about getting kidnapped by aliens. She was extremely bothered by it, right? Them being late for a wedding. She was extremely bothered by it. Her meeting with the Doctor changed her and made her see beyond herself and investigate the suspicious alien activity around London. Do I have to have the trailer where the... Let's have a look, I'll say, because that's also one of the all-time great trailers. I think I have it over here. Where is it? Doink. And yeah, by the way, talking about the rollout, they still haven't talked about if they're going to do a Hooniverse rollout on what's the word again? On Disney Plus, right? So she was season 4, I believe. I think I got it here. Doctor, yeah, here we go. Doink.
There are things waiting in the darkness. Creatures of metal and fire.
Again, I want you to pay attention to every element we're seeing on screen, how it all comes together. Perfect script, right? Great music. Listen to that Murray Gold music, building and it's building and it's building, right? You have the monsters like in the distance, like, and you have Catherine Tate's performance, which is pitch perfect.
Blood, but he's out there, burning through time, facing 1,000 dangers across the stars, and never giving up. He looks like a man, but he's a legend, and his name is the Doctor. He'll come back to save us, and this time, I'm gonna be ready. Then, just like that, we'll be gone.
Oh, man, I miss those days. Fuck me. Oh, man, I miss those days.
Doctor Who, next Saturday at 6:20 on BBC One.
Yeah, I mean, that again, reasonably. What a great time, right, man? If only we knew how great the times were when we lived them, right? We know shitty times are when we live them. Unless you know, you head up your ass. But man, we never know great times. I mean, and we had great times then. Oh, it's killing me. No, crushing me, should I say. Her meeting with the Doctor changed her. Then they're off together. Their friendship was one of equals. No, it wasn't. Since she was never in awe of him. Yeah, he's a 900-year, 1,200-year-old Time Lord, and she's, from Chiswick. The first ending of the story was the show's most tragic, since she had to lose everything she ever learned and or became, and the Doctor had to lose that. Now, I think that was a really great thing for his character. Here, let me follow if I can find this. Hang on, it's Dalek Universe trailer from Big Finish, which was the trailer was stunning. The actual realization of it was oh, is this it? I think this is it. The actual series was deeply underwhelming. Yeah, let me pull this up because again, this is when was this from? 3 years ago. Oh man, I wish it was better. Right, I wish it was better. Where's this? Doink. And download. Here we go. Share screen. Doink. Now I'm showing this A because it's a great trailer, and B, I want to show you the character development that losing Donna losing her memories made, right? Colin says, can you imagine a Family of Blood being mated these days with a character of color being cast as a servant? No. Everything they make today turns here. If I may quote, right? If I may quote a very, very wise person, where is this little piece of wisdom, right? Well, I'm just looking for it. Nothing's where you want it to be, right? Well, I thought it was down here. 1 second. Let me look over there. No, not there, not there, not there, not there, not there, not there. No. Oh, here he goes.
Everything woke turns to shit, okay? It's true. It's true. Look at what's happening.
Everything won't do it doesn't need to turn shit. Anyway, so let's watch this. They certainly don't have the money to do these anymore, do they, Big Finish? Oof.
Everything ends, eventually. Every story ever told finishes in death if you tell it long enough. It's sort of a fact of life. Got used to that now.
Right, the post-Donna 10th Doctor I thought was a really interesting thing, right? They did something with the Doctor they really hadn't done before.
Across time, across space, I've lost it all. Family, friends, my own people, my home. Donna.
Right, Donna. Like, I really think that didn't bring the character to a depression, but it certainly moved him into like the later parts of his life, right? Where he wasn't so happy.
Rose. I've always survived. I've always endured. I've always got through whatever's been thrown at me. However much I lose, I always carry on. To bear that burden. To remember them. Everything ends eventually.
So yeah, again, he's a very nihilistic Doctor by the time you got to the end of him, and I think the rebirth as Matt Smith was really generally about a rebirth, like starting again.
But sometimes, just sometimes, it comes back.
Oh, if only this matched that promise, right? You know what the problem with Dalek Universe was? No fucking Daleks. They didn't show up till the 7th episode and yeah, lockdown was very good for them. Anyway, yeah, no, well, that was good. Anyway, so wait. So, I'm still reading this article. What's going on? Fine, yeah. So we're saying that was, I think, really integral to both the character, the Doctor and the Doctor. Doctor returned in the 6th anniversary special, the third act of the Doctor Donna story, and it was essentially taking a shit on the rest of the Doctor Donna story, in my estimation. She was not only restored to his life, but also her own family and daughter. Daughter who had the spare penis. But I think Crichton had the similar problem when he was put in the women's prison, and was it season 8 of Red Wolf? Her love for where we're up to. Her love for Rose is like comic redemption for all the girls she was mean to. She wasn't mean to everyone, and she wasn't a girl. For fuck's sake! Really? What? That bloke with a big thick chin and a big swinging dick. That girl. Okay then. She became a Doctor Donna again, and the ultimate form of their friendship. The 14th Doctor finally retired, settling down to adopt him as the ultimate endgame for the lonely wanderer. No, it was shit. It was shit. Much like everything else, Rossi David, it was shit. And may I say, what was this? Addy Tantamouth, you know absolutely fucking nothing about Doctor. You're like the stunning amount of how little you know about Doctor Who blows my mind, right? Blows my mind. Look at this article. I'll save this tomorrow, but no, I really got to see it. The 20 greatest Doctor Who stories of all time ranked. Now, the reason I find this weird is they got Shooty Gutler in it, and what's her name? Jodie Whittaker. Blimey, I just forgot Jodie Whittaker's name. God, if only I could do that more. How could she be in the top 20 stories of all time, right? I don't know. And Shooty Gutler's been in one. I don't think that one story is in the top 20. Let's see what they want to say. Curse of Fenric. Okay, Curse of Fenric. Who wrote this? That's the other thing we got to. By Craig Elvey. I can't remember. I think he's not actually quite good. Curse of Fenric. I do agree. Now, Curse of Fenric is far superior in the extended release with the new effects, right? Which is the one I believe is on iPlayer and the one they put out in TARDIS Tales. But I mean, this is just real classic, excellent Doctor Who, right? It's everything that's great about the Seventh Doctor era, and it's everything great about Doctor Who in general, right? These wonky, weird, bonkers little plots, right? Are so British, right? They're so incredibly British, right? To say anything else is weird. But yeah, okay, I think it's starting well. No, Future of the Doom was shit. Excuse me, it was absolutely shit. The whole thing rested on the big reveal of Jodie digging up a TARDIS and then turning out that Dr. Ruth here, the council estate doctor, was a what? Okay, how do they justify this at number 19? Through no fault of her own, Jodie Whittaker's stint as Doctor will not be remembered as one of the Pearl Pages. No, through many faults of her own. Maybe her complete inability to perform the role. Right? Yes, there is that, right? Her complete inability to perform the role. So, and also the terrible scripts and her miscasting. So, okay, it wasn't her fault she was miscast. It wasn't her fault the scripts were awful. It was her fault she was terrible playing the Doctor, right? I'm sorry, she got to take responsibility. Doctor Who season 11, 12, and Flux were notably lacking in standout episodes. All of them. Made worse by the deep controversy of the Timeless Child arc and too many underwhelming scripts. There were, however, no expectations after seeing off competition from Rosa, Spyfall, and War of the Sontarans. War of the Sontarans was a better episode, and it was still shit. Fugitive of the Junoon owns its place in once. No, you're just putting it there to represent Jodie, right? And how? Anaskar Fugitive of the Doom was a tense thriller about the Doctor between the Judoon platoon and its quarry on surprise present-day Earth. Jodie Whittaker's era so often struggled to give space to the 13th Doctor and all three of her companions, but separating the group, who then coaxed out some of the strongest work. No, again, she was shit in the whole thing. Oh, and again, the story was awful. That was the one where she met another Doctor and she didn't recognize her and the other Doctor didn't recognize her. It made no sense. They're like, oh, we'll just go our separate ways then. Goodbye. That makes sense. Devil and the finals that kicked the cute to do it into overnight. No, it was shit. Leave me alone. 5 Doctors. Yes. Oh, I love the 5 Doctors. That is a fucking good show, right? I love the 5 Doctors. Daleks. Do I think the Daleks? I prefer the 5 Doctors to the Daleks, but Daleks is excellent scripting. Do I? Yeah, I'm going to put I agree with the Daleks above Curse of Fenric, though. End of Time. No, that is not the best of the Tennant years at all. I thought that was one of his weakest stories, right? I disagree. I mean, look, this guy's probably young, probably got into Doctor Who with David Tennant, so for him it was probably very, very emotional. But there was too many plot threads left dangling. Let's see how old this guy is. Do we have his Twitter or anything? I mean, he looks okay. He looks like he's in his 20s, probably. Who knows? God. I'm trying to see that. I go, well, how? So pretty emotional. And Deadly Assassin, yes. And I agree with its ranking as well. Deadly Assassin is one of the all-time greatest episodes of Doctor Who. People were pissed about that in the 70s, the redefinition, the reinvention of Gallifrey. But that one, you see, what's the rule with changing everything in Doctor Who? It's got to be good. As long as it's good, you can get away with most things, right? I think so this was Robert Holmes redoing the Manchurian Candidate with Tom Baker. And Doctor Who, and I think a massive success, right? A massive success. Death of the Doctor, yes, I agree with that, but I think I would have put it under the 5 Doctors. You were. Kaiser Randazani, yes, so that was probably one of Peter Davison's best stories. And significantly better than The End of Time as a swan song. Inferno, yes, that's in the top 20, no question. World After Time Doctor, I will agree with this. I love this story. This is supposed to be compiled as finale. So much about this was fantastic, right? I love the Mondosian Cybermen. Very ballsy, right? Very ballsy to bring them in and make them absolutely terrifying, right? The dual time frame, fantastic, right? The as he gets there just as Bill Potts is cyberized, and then you got the Johnson Master at his absolute best, actually feeling like the Master for the one and only time. Right, just absolutely best, teaming up with the missing Master who wants to turn good. Everything about this was excellent. I the great science fiction ideas, great performances, and you know, my only thing I would change about this, with the Doctor Falls, is there should have been more generations of Cybermen he was fighting. Right, I wish there was some Earthshock Cybermen in there. I wish there was some Tomb Cybermen in there and some. Either Invasion or what's it called again? Invasion or Revenge of Revenge of the Cybermen, right? That's the only thing that would have made it better. And it was obviously supposed to be his regeneration story. I wouldn't agree with that, really. I don't dislike that, but I don't. It's by far from my favorite Troughton, right? There's a lot better Troughtons. Web of Fear is probably my favorite Troughton story. What's my favorite? Let's have a quick look. Shall we rank Troughton? You know what? Why not? Why not? We'll do that. Episode guide. Let's have a look. Second Doctor. 5. So here. Let's start a new Word doc, a new text doc. Let's have a look. Let's work this out. You know, I'll share the text doc instead. Doink. So we start off. Oh, now I can't find the doc. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Come back. There it is. There you go. So Power of the Daleks is pretty darn good opening. I love the power. It's really creepy. Of the Paw of the Daleks. Poor. The floor of the Daleks. Floor of the Daleks. Whoa, get in there, darling. Oh, man. When AI's there, I'm going to do the floor of the Daleks. Highlanders go underneath it. Yeah, yeah, it's not bad. It's not great. Underwater Meds. Well, yeah, way underneath. That's if I'm being charitable, shit. Moonbase goes over here. Moonbase, not as good as Power of the Daleks, but Macra Terror. Oh, look at that! Stalking Horse comes in at the top. I fucking love Macra Terror. Faceless Ones, or Power of the Daleks, and Moon. Yeah. Oh, it's a tough one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make Faceless Ones. Yeah, look. The Cybermen and Daleks do boost those stories. Faceless Ones. Excellent. Oh, Evil of the Daleks right at the top. Okay, the Evil of the Daleks. That's the only animation I can really full-throatedly recommend, right? That's such an enjoyable animation. Tomb of the Cybermen. Okay, that goes on. Okay, we're in good territory now. Tomb of the Cybermen. The only reason it's being beaten by Evil of the Daleks is because Evil of the Daleks is so incredibly epic. Abominable Snowman really suffered by that animation, right? I'm going to put it down here. I'm sorry. Bomb. Come on. Bomb in Able Snowman. Or Snowmen. My mistake. Enemy of the World. So this is one they put up there. Man, no. Enemy of the World is... What's interesting, I will still put it over here. No, actually, underneath here. Actually, underneath Faceless Ones. I like that too. Man, that's really going low down. Enemy of the World. Fear from the Deep. God, that's another one. The animation really hurt it, right? Really, really, really hurt it. I don't know where to put that. That's because I'm trying to imagine. I think Okay, I'm going on what I believe it to have been, even though I never saw it. I heard the audio of it, and I think the animation just cack. Yeah. Fury from the Deep. See that again? It really, really hurt that story. Web of Fear, though. Oh boy. Man, I'm gonna skip Web of Fear. Web of Fear. Where does that go? That's up here. Web of Fear. Oops. Yeah, a second. And Wheel in Space. It's a bit meandering, right? I think I'm going to put that. I'm going to put that after Enemy of the World. Wheel in Space. Okay, 1 second. Let me send a quick message. Doink. So fine, we're up to Wheel in Space, and then now I've lost the text doc again. Where is this? Again, I want to insist this is decided by science, right? This is pure science, baby, pure science. So Underwater Menace still at the bottom. We did Wheel in Space. Did I put that in yet? No, I didn't. Oh, I did put Wheel in Space in. Dominators. So now it's an interesting question. Where are you going to put Dominators, which I quite like, but it's kind of shit in a lot of ways as well. Wheel in Space. I think Dominators is about the same. I like the Quarks, don't get me wrong. Mind Robber, I'm going to put way up there, actually, because I do like that. Mind Robber, no, it's going after Power of the Daleks. Mind Robber. Invasion, though, that's high up there. That goes after Tomb of the Cybermen. Invasion. Crotons and shit. God bless you. With the South African crystalline monsters, they are much better in the BBC book. What's it called again? Alien Bodies. They were really good in that, right? So the Crotons, I will put. That's going down quite. Yeah. Yeah, it goes underneath the Dominators. Who were Crotons. Or Crontons, as I just wrote. Seeds of Death, excellent. Wait, how did I miss the Ice Warriors? Man, I just skipped over the Ice Warriors. Let me put those in now. Where's that going to go? Base Under Siege. Yeah, over here. Ice Warriors. And then we got, we did, 1 second, Seeds of Death. Did I put Seeds of Death in? Let's have a look. I put it in somewhere. Ice Warrior. No, I didn't. Fine. That's why I realized I didn't put Ice Warriors in. So I think Ice Warrior. Seeds of Death over here. Seeds of Death. Space Pirates is a bit naff. Put that over here. I think here actually. Space Pirates. And then the War Games, that goes way up there, right? That is one of the best examples of fantastic writing. War Games. So there you go. So that's the correct order, right? That's the correct order. Let's run through the rest of these stories. Rest of these. Now I've lost the window. What? Where the hell? Oh, hang on. It was there. It was right in front of me. Doink. Fine. We're at number 10. So yeah, that's the correct order, right? That is the correct order for the Travelers stories. How they got Enemy of the World as their best story when it's like in the bottom echelons. They are bad, right? They are very bad. Okay, fine. Let's just whiz through the rest of these. She cried. Jigger, jigger. Fine. So Enemy of the World. Top 10. Doctor Dancers. Yeah, I agree. Absolute classic. This is Doctor Who reaching its potential in the 2005 series. Daemons. Yes. I love seeing the unit crowd outside out of uniform. Who were Human Ancient Family of Blood. I will put the Demons. No, I think that's on a par with them. That might be slightly better, right? Yeah, Human Ancient Family of Blood, another all-time classic. Talons of Weng Chiang. Yeah, 6. That's a good invasion. Okay, we're agreeing. Go on the Fireplace. No, right? Go on the Fireplace is great for 35 minutes. The last 10 minutes is just like padding. Genesis of the Daleks. Now, what would I put first? Genesis of the Daleks or Talons of Wen Chiang. I'm putting Talons of Wen Chiang before, but it should be in there in the top 10. Blink. Okay, so what they're going to do is the number one story of all time is oh, fuck off. Fuck off. And I say that as a rabbi and a man of science. Fuck off. Right? Really? No, don't get me wrong. Great performance, but you can only watch that episode once. Right? It doesn't fly a second time, she cried. My name's Sheila Beck, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.